Norway refuses to drill for billions of barrels of oil in Arctic region.
Here's a summary of the article.
Politicians in Norway have signaled a shift on their support for oil exploration in the Arctic, delivering a major blow to the country's powerful oil industry. The opposition Labour Party, the largest party in Norway's parliament and a longtime backer of the nation's oil industry, has withdrawn its support for oil exploration off the Lofoten Islands in the Arctic, Bloomberg reports. The outlet noted that the party's decision over the weekend comes to the dismay of the country's powerful oil industry, and signals a potential end to an era that helped transform the nation into one of the world's most affluent. The decision means that the country's parliament now has a solid majority opposed to drilling in the area. Advertisement. The country's largest oil producer, the state-controlled Equinor ASA, has said having access to the offshore area is crucial for the country to maintain its current level of production. The Lofoten Islands, which are also considered to be a natural wonder, are estimated to hold roughly 1 billion to 3 billion barrels of oil and natural gas, Bloomberg reported. Karl Erik Sjøjot Petersen, head of the Norwegian Oil and Gas Association, told the outlet that the whole industry is surprised and disappointed.
This post received a score of 36,338, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This is a little inaccurate. They are only stopping drilling in a farther south region that is considered a natural wonder. They are still drilling in the Arctic in the Barents Sea.
Besides being beautiful, it is also an important spawning area for the Northeast Atlantic cod.
Correcto. The Norwegians know not to shit where they get their food from.
Now if the rest of the world could do the same.
You're not wrong. As an Australian, the government's incessant decision to proceed with mines and fracking in key agricultural land and alongside the Great Barrier Reef is a goddamn atrocity. We need to vote these conservative grubs out.
What is happening to the Great Barrier Reef is so incredibly depressing and sad. I watched a movie about the white coral because of the rising sea temperatures. A lot of professionals in the field also seemed very defeated in terms of trying to get the world to care about our oceans and the living things in it. It would appear to me, no matter how much conservation is being put into the Great Barrier Reef, there is some other factor also screwing the reef. This is not to say we shouldn't still try to conserve, but more so that we're only delaying the inevitable, but it's still really important to try and protect for as long as we can.
Yeah, it is almost like we are in a feedback loop whereby it doesn't matter what we do anymore, the path is set and we will have to walk it. But it doesn't excuse the fact that the government is allowing dredging and dumping in the marine sanctuary. I was lucky enough to visit the reef to snorkel and fish like 16 years ago. It was absolutely fantastic. It is a far cry from what it was when I visited again 3 years ago. It's just so terrible.
Greater than, but it doesn't excuse the fact that the government is allowing dredging and dumping in the marine sanctuary. Nailed it. It's shameful as what it is. Out of all the countries in the world who should be caring and protecting the Great Barrier Reef, Australia should absolutely know better, and it does. It just makes more money doing this, and it would appear a big chunk of this world cares more about money than morality.
It's actually a very small chunk, but because all they care about is money, they have more of it and thus more power.
We are rapidly approaching the point where incremental, liberal, democratic action will no longer offer a viable solution to complete global ecological collapse.
Meanwhile, Equinor, Norway's state oil co., is still pushing to drill in the Great Australian Bight.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.